Hello, Lady Cats. It is Eleanor here, and I'm recording this video today to help you set up your virtual business and really guide you through the steps that I recommend to make your Facebook interface and your Facebook engagement with the ladies who you're going to be working with as you grow your customer base really effortless and smooth for you. And really a word I'm going to use probably a lot, and the one that I think is most important, is to make it authentic for you. So let me preface this and take a step back in the fact that I get invitations to people's pages all the time. I'm sure you do too. And very often I'm like, oh gosh, I don't even know this person very well, and they're trying to sell me stuff. And it kind of leaves that uncomfortable sort of like ick feeling. And I never want you to have that or to find that, okay, with your page, okay? So it's not a sales page. It's not a sales page. The page that I'm going to navigate you through and help you set up is where you're building your brand. It's where it's building your community. It's where you're going to be building your safe place to be able to connect with women, engage with women, and be you, okay? Be authentic. And because let's face it, I mean, if somebody wanted Mary Kay, they could go to the website and they could find their closest consultant, right? So why do they want to shop with you? You're going to show people through this page your heart, your spirit, and they're going to connect with you. Now, not everyone's going to shop with you, and that's okay. You don't want everyone to shop with you. As Simon Sinek, who is someone who teaches on leadership and teaches on business practices and being a human being of integrity and empathy, and someone I love to read his books. If you haven't read his books, read his books. He says, you do not want everyone to shop with you. You want those who believe what you believe to work with you. Okay? So not everyone out there is meant to be your customer friend, but there are people who are going to love what you put out and who are going to mop up what you're spilling and who are going to want to get on board and support your business. So let me guide you through. I've written down a few steps here. So if I'm looking at my notes, please forgive me. I want to make sure that I don't miss anything for you. And I'm going to share my screen here so that you can also see as I talk you through the steps. Okay. So here we go. I'm going to navigate over to Facebook. Okay. So hopefully you'll be able to see this screen. Okay. And it's coming up right now with all these different, all this different interface. This has just changed here, right? And I'm going to go along to this little menu here, and I'm hoping you'll be able to see that. And when I click on that, hey presto. No? Is it not going to work when I click on that? Real life, people, real life. Okay, when I click on that, finally comes up and you see here groups. So what you would do is navigate to groups and you'd click on that. And mine's taking a little time today. It's being finicky. But when you click on that, it's going to give you some options, okay? And it's going to show you the existing groups that you're part of. So if you're not part of the Lionhearts Facebook group yet, you need to be on that Facebook group page. And it's going to show you some other pages that you have. For instance, groups I manage, Eleanor's Beauty Bits, Books, and Beanie. That is my customer group. That's my VIP group, okay? So if you're to go on and create your Mary Kay brand and create your Mary Kay community Facebook page, you would be going here to create new group, okay? So you're going to click on that. and you will be able to see it's going to give you some options. Okay, so you get to choose the privacy. You're going to want a closed group, a private group, because if you want to be able to offer your VIP client friends deals and discounts or specials, then you're going to have that private, because we can't have deals, specials, discounts, anything like that out there in the public world that could poach anybody else's customer. That's not how we roll in Mary Kay. That's not golden service. So you'd come up with a group name. Now here's where I really want to be crystal clear, okay? You do not want your group to be Eleanor's Mary Kay page, okay? Because if somebody's had maybe a negative experience with a Mary Kay lady before, or maybe negative experience with the products because they weren't given the right thing for their skin, or maybe it was years and years ago, you know, they're immediately going to look at that name and say, oh, that group's not for me. Okay. Or they're immediately going to look at that group name like I do when I'm sent an invitation from someone maybe I don't know very well who's maybe selling something, and I'm like, oh, they're trying to sell me something. I haven't got time for that right now. So what I would encourage you to do is put your thinking cap on and think about what's authentic to you. What are the things that mean something to you? Okay. Mine, you'll see my group is called Eleanor's Beauty Bits. Well, that's obvious. That's my Mary Kay, right? But I'm not using the Mary Kay brand. I'm saying Beauty Bits. Eleanor's Beauty Bits, books. I'm a huge reader. I'm a devourer of literature. Love listening to books or reading books. I love writing books. I've written 4 now. You know, that's something that fills my cup. And Beanie is my fur child, and I adore her. She's a huge part of my life. So I like the alliteration, the B. Yours doesn't have to be, but it wants to speak authentically about you. It also wants to have your name in it, so it's easily searchable, okay? So you'll see that mine is Eleanor's Beauty Bits, Books, and Beanie. So if someone forgets, like, what is it again? It's Eleanor's blah, 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 blah. They're going to put in Eleanor in the search and it's going to pop up, okay? So it should have your name in it, okay? What is important to you? So that's sort of step number 1, figuring out a catchy title that says something about you, that includes some of the things that you're interested in, that you get excited about, that you're going to be sharing on the page, right? Because if you're excited about them, other people who get excited about those things are going to jive with that page, okay? So you're creating your closed group with a fun name. Now, once you've come up with a fun name that says something about you, you want to come up with a fun cover picture, okay? Hear my heart, not a Mary Kay picture. Okay, Mary Kay has the most wonderful digital resources that when you go to In Touch and you go to Digital Zone, you can download all those great pictures, you know, and it has wonderful flat lays and wonderful lighting, and that's wonderful, ladies. But for your cover picture, you want something that says something about you. You are building your brand, okay? So I'm going to share mine with you so you can see. I'm going to go back to this screen again, and I'm going to come out of there. And it seems to be very slow this morning. So, but you'll see Eleanor's Beauty Bits, Books, and Beanie down here. Okay. It's coming. Come along. Is it? Okay, might have to find a different way to load that page, or it might not load from Zoom. You see, ladies, I'm still all learning this stuff, still learning. So let me tell you about this picture, okay? And while you do that, I'm gonna try and fix this and pull this up. Now I have it. So how, this picture was just a random picture that I liked. And it included, you know, 2 members of my family, and I just, you know, I got a lot of joy out of sharing this picture. So this is, as I say, a closed group, and the picture has me lying on the sofa and Beanie licking Matt's head, which I thought was very, very funny. And I want the page to be fun. I want it to be uplifting. You know, we as Mary Kay consultants, we are beauty professionals, but I think, you know, the world needs laughter. The world needs joy. The world needs your sparkle. Okay. So this is something that, you know, it just made me laugh, and I was hoping would make others laugh. And certainly, you know, I get a lot of comments on this picture here. So, so this is my page. Okay. Now, what I'd love to do is show you, so this is my private group. You see members there. I'm trying to scroll down. Of course, it's not behaving with me because, here we go. Okay, so there it shows you the full picture, okay? And, you know, I thought it was funny. So find something that brings you joy, that says something unique about you, okay? That's the first important thing. So that's the cover shot. And then what you'll want to do with that page is create a little announcement to pin at the top, okay? Now, my announcement, I wrote like 2 years ago when I wrote this page, okay? And I created this page. And my announcement is very much to the words of, and I don't want to put words in your mouth because it has to be organic and it has to be authentic to you. But I said something like, you know, this is meant to be a fun, positive page with the things that I love, sharing it with the women that I love or the women I think might appreciate it. And so, you know, if you want to be on this page, wonderful. If you don't, then feel free. You can leave. I probably won't notice because it doesn't tell me. So in that way, I was giving people an out for if they were like, oh, I'm inviting me to this page. You don't need to be on there, but those who connect with the things I'm interested in, writing and beanie and yoga and wine and all of those things, they'll know that, oh, that's cute. Okay, she's gonna share fun things that she likes to share with people she loves. Okay. So it has that pinned to the top of the page. It's not interacting well with the Zoom today. So I would have shown that to you, but I'm having struggles still. So I have that pinned to the top. So anyone, even if they're a brand new customer friend of mine who I have met by doing virtuals and then I introduced to that page, even though I wrote that little announcement 2 years ago, they get to see it and they're like, oh, okay, it's a safe place. And, you know, I can follow along. Now, I try and post every day. Do I make it every single day? No, but I try. And I vary the content. And this, you guys, is so important because you don't want it to be Mary Kay down people's throats. Mary Kay down people's throats. Here's some more Mary Kay. Let me tell you more about Mary Kay. That's what I call Mary Kay vomit. Okay. Yes. I love the product. And I'm hoping that because you're a Lionheart, you joined the unit, that you love it too. Okay. But people are going to know that. You don't need to post about it every day. What people are going to connect with and engage with far more is if you vary things up and you add content of value. So to give you a little example, here are some things I share about. This morning I shared a meme, okay? And it was something that I'd seen on Instagram. I thought it was funny. I screenshotted it and I shared it because I think on a Monday we could all do with a laugh, right? And you can have particular things set for particular days. And I think if you organize your social media in that way, it takes the weight off your brain. You're not constantly thinking, oh, good Lord, what am I going to post tomorrow that is of content value? You know, if you have something every day that is like, you know, hot tip Tuesday, Women Wednesday, Wild Wednesday, you know, and by this, what I'm saying is that like Hot Tip Tuesday, I might be sharing about the new Mary Kay product, okay? And a tip of how I use it. Wild Wednesday or Women Wednesday, I might talk about somebody on the page who is a friend of mine and maybe is a business owner and something great that she's doing, okay? You want to give the love and give the spotlight to someone else other than you all the time. because that will engender people sort of, oh, that's really nice of her. It's not just the Eleanor show. It's she's giving praise and she's highlighting another business. Okay, so for instance, before I have written Women Wednesday posts about a photographer friend of mine. I have written business posts on a Wednesday about my yoga teacher and the great things that she does in the community. It's just a great kind of local reach, okay? Thursday, what could you do for Thursday? Some fashion Thursday or some, wino Thursday, wine of the week, or whatever you want to do. You can really have that as your thing. I mean, there's of course throwback Thursday. Maybe you'll share an old picture, but you're creating your safe community. Okay, you're posting every day. Now, if you're brand new and you're setting up your virtual debut with me or with your recruiter, you will want to share 3 different verbiages, 3 different scripts, okay? And I'm going to connect them when I put this on the YouTube channel. I'm going to connect the scripts so you can see, but you're going to connect with people in different ways. So number 1, you're going to write a status leading up to your virtual debut, where you connect with people and tell them, I'm doing my virtual debut. It would mean so much to me if you come. It's going to be on whenever it is, at whatever time it is. And this is my first one. It's my debut and I'm kind of nervous and I'm kind of excited. So if you jump on and cheer me on, that would mean so much to me. Who's on board? Comment below if you're on board and you'll get an extra point. Points mean prizes, okay? So in that, you're sort of putting out a status, but as I will always tell you, a group status or a status on whether it's a public page or a private page is only going to be seen by so many people. And it doesn't make the person reading it, the reader, feel particularly special. They haven't been singled out in it, okay? So it's more like a foghorn. This is just an announcement, okay? And then I'll go in and I will individually Facebook message or individually text people a personal greeting. And I'll say, thank you so much for being on the page, Mary. I'm actually having my virtual debut on Monday at 7, and I haven't done this before, so prayers and fingers crossed for me. But I would just so love it if you're available on Monday. If you could jump on and cheer me on, it would mean so much to me. Do you think you can come? Okay, and that's connecting with her individually. People can ignore a status, but it's much harder to ignore an individual text or an individual Facebook message, okay? And then the third thing, so we've posted on that private group an announcement. We've texted or Facebook messaged or telephoned people individually, okay? We've got their commitment to come. And then also, I'm going to put a public post out on my public Facebook page. Now, what do I say here? This is worded slightly differently. And again, you will see the script below when I add this to the YouTube link. But something very much like I'm doing something completely out of my comfort zone. And, if you would love to come, I would love to extend an invitation because it's private and exclusive, and by having that exclusivity, it makes people be more interested to join your page. Okay. So those are the 3. And then leading up to the event. So say you have a week between deciding on the date and the date actually happening. Leading up to it, I will post other things that are my beauty bits, my books, my beanie, okay? But then when we have like a 48 or a 24-hour countdown, I would take a selfie, with me and maybe one of my favorite products. And, oh, ladies, I can't wait to share this one for you and tell you why this is such a hot seller, particularly if you are prone to burning in the sunshine. This is going to help you in evening out your skin tone. And if you have rosacea, this is the foundation for you. Just a few little tips, okay, about the product. If you are brand new and don't know anything about the product, guess what? Your In Touch is such an amazing resource. Your InTouch is such an amazing resource. You can log in on your InTouch using your consultant number and your password, and you go to products and Product Central. And for every single product we have, it comes up with a product fact sheet that tells you the features and the benefits of each product. Okay. One that I have found, is a really easy seller and a really easy one that grabs people's attention is, of course, our charcoal face mask. So if you already have some charcoal face mask, I would put like a stripe down my nose and take a selfie and just say, can't wait to show you what magic this does. Say goodbye to your blackheads. I'll be telling you all about it on Monday at 7. So you're adding little teasers in there to get them excited and allow them not to forget. Because here's the thing, somebody could say, oh yeah, sure, I'll hop on your virtual thing. But then, the dinner is like going into the oven and they forget, they're not necessarily setting a reminder on their phone. So you really want to be there in, making sure she's excited and committed to coming. And then in the aftermath of your virtual event, okay, everyone will have had a lot of fun. If you can keep it under an hour, that is best. If you can connect with your ladies as you're holding your virtual and comment on their comments or answer their questions as you go through, that's always going to be best. One of the things I've started to do, although I have to know to sort of limit myself because I'm a talker. So if you're a talker, this little piece can extend your party a lot. But when someone jumps on, tell them what you love about them. It makes such a difference. If you have told someone, oh my gosh, Marsha's here, or Marsha's one of my dearest friends. I've known Marsha since we were 12 years old, and she has just been there for me through thick and thin, and I'm so grateful that you're here tonight, Marsha. Marsha is not gonna then, oh, well, I can't be bothered to watch, So she's going to be watching. So you've just validated her and you've affirmed her presence in your life. Okay. So whether you're doing a virtual debut with your recruiter, with your mentor, tell your mentor, oh, I see that Mary Beth's on. Eleanor, Mary Beth is one of my best friends, or Mary Beth's my auntie. Tell me. Tell the person on with you about the people joining you. Okay, it makes such a difference. Again, you're making this personal. This isn't some QVC. I'm going to share with you some Mary Kay products, and then I'm going to phone you, and you're going to buy them from me. No, this wants to be about your personality and what you love. Feel free to sort of like speak up about the products that you love best. They're the ones you're going to sell most of, by the way, P.S. So that's about it for now. After the party, what you'll do at the end is set yourself up for success. So you or your recruiter, if you're doing this virtual as a first-time virtual debut, will say that you will be calling within 24 to 48 hours to allocate her points for her tic-tac-toe game, okay? And see if she had any questions and if there were anything that, she was curious about, or maybe she just knew. She just knew that she needed to have in her bathroom at home. Then you will give her a call and you'll be delighted to connect with her. So you're going to be calling in 24 to 48 hours. And after this video, you're going to text her the specials of the day, which if you're using the special sheet, you'll text her the special sheet. And what you'd like her to text you is a screenshot of her tic-tac-toe game and a good time for you to call her in the next 24 to 48 hours. That is how we set you up for success. And then whether I'm helping you with those calls or you're doing those calls yourself, or maybe I'm not your recruiter and your recruiter mentor is helping you with those calls, you can speak to those women and have an organic conversation without the pressures of the time that when you're doing a face-to-face party, sometimes the time ticking can put you under a bit of pressure. When you're on the phone, it doesn't. It's just an organic woman-to-woman conversation. So Marsha, I saw you had a super tic-tac-toe. I'm so excited for you. So there were a lot of things you were interested in and caught your attention or you had questions about. Tell me, what was on your tic-tac-toe sheet? She'll tell you, and you validate those products and you validate her choices. And you might look for ways that she can save. So what I'll say to ladies is, you know, I love saving your skin, but I like saving your pocketbook too. And very often when ladies have a tic-tac-toe or a super tic-tac-toe filled up with products that they would like, you know, very often they get deals and steals with the bundles available and they can save money with that. So let's look and see if we could make any savings for you. Okay. And then after you've explained the deals and the specials, or your recruiter has explained the deals and the specials, say, so Marsha, you know, what can we get you started out with that will make you look and feel beautiful and confident and powerful for the next few months? And you listen and you write down what she'd like to get started with. And then you say, there's some great choices there. Is there anything else? Is there anything else? And you know, if she has things on her tic-tac-toe that she sent you, but she hasn't mentioned them, mention them because she might have forgotten. There's a lot that we share. You know, oh, I saw that you'd written down the satin lips. Is that something that you wanted to add to your first order? You've got the mascara. How about the oil-free eye makeup remover? Do you need something that's gentle and effective to take it off? Okay, I'll add that in for you. And that leads to the upsell. But it leads to her getting her products at work together and not forgetting or being overwhelmed by the buffet that she was able to see before. And then you have her order written down and you say to her, so how would you like to take care of that? I can take Venmo, I can take Zelle, I can take Cash App, I can take check, cash, card, if you have credit card processing, okay? And then she'll tell you, and you'll tell her what the amount is. Okay. Now with amounts, I don't say that's $121. I say that's 121. That's 121. And then after then we do the normal closing. So I would ask her, you know, it was such fun working with you, Marsha. I would love to get together and have a second date and get you some freebies by having a virtual with a few of your girlfriends. What would work for you? A weeknight or a weekend? And you take that, you book some date in the date book. And then last but not least, you know, part of my training, Marsha, is to learn how to share the Mary Kay information and the business information of how we get 50% discount and how we can utilize that to change lives and make extra income, whether it's just a little extra spending cash or it's executive income. And you've just always been so kind and so supportive. There's totally no obligation. But if I sent you a video, would you be able to watch it and give me your feedback so I can learn? She's probably going to say, sure. And then what you'll do is you'll send her the video, or you'll ask your recruiter or mentor which video you should send. We do have them on our Lionheart's Facebook page. If you go to the little search, the little magnifying glass in the top right corner and write in #teambuilding, you will see there are 14 different videos. Now, they have the same great facts, but they're delivered in slightly different ways. And I often try to find the one I think will speak to the personality of that lady most, or is in line with her current profession. If she's a teacher, I might send her the Amy Kemp video or the Leah Loughlin video. If she is a nurse, I might send her the Kim McClure video. You find the one that is you think might speak to her. All right. And then, and before you send her that video, you lock down a time for a 10-minute conversation with her and your recruiter and mentor to get her feedback and do the survey. Okay. So there it is, soup to nuts. How to set up your Facebook page, how to create that community, and how to work with your mentor or your recruiter to really maximize your results through this virtual system. I hope this has helped you and blessed you. If you have any questions, please let me know. I am here to help and on board. So I will speak to you soon.